Sweeten.
My name is Ari, this is Danny, and I am here with Mr. Sweeten. So happy to have you.
You recently won the Dwyer Award. I just wanted to ask you, what is the Dwyer Award?
So the Dwyer Award is the Economic Council. It's for excellence in education. There are 7 different categories, and the 13,000 teachers in Palm Beach County compete for it. The categories range from elementary education, middle school, high school, and one of them is STEM. Mm-hmm. And that's a category that I was nominated for by the faculty. Thank you very much. Mm-hmm. And then there was a process of filling out applications. I eventually got selected as one of the 4 finalists, which in itself, according to the superintendent, puts you in the 99.99 percentile of teachers in Palm Beach County. So there was a big banquet at the Kravis Center on Monday night, and not only was I finalist, I was the winner for the county.
Mm-hmm. And you've worked at Boca High for 32 years. I wanted to ask you, how have you progressed before winning the Dwyer Award?
Well, when I came here, I was just a baby at 22 years old, only 4 years older than my students, 3 in some cases. And I taught math. That's what my degree is in.
The students who've been my inspiration, thank you. Even just this week, I heard from a kid that graduated 30 years ago. Thank you. He's in a metal band, but he still knows the quadratic equation. Yeah.
Then I progressed, and after 15 years of teaching math, I started teaching photography, which I still teach AP photography now. And 4 years ago, when my son came, we expected him to be into sports. I have coached in my career about 60 seasons, potentially more than anyone in the history of Boca High. And my wife and I expected him to play a sport. He wasn't interested, but he had this love and passion for robotics. So we got first tech challenge going here, and it has at our school grown from 1 to 3 teams. And we actually at our school run the league, which has gone in the last 2 years from 10 teams to 24 teams.
Really?
Yeah, we host all the events here at Boca High. We'd love to have you come and check one out. They're amazing. They're unlike you would imagine.
In 2 years, we've grown from 10 to 24 teams. But I want a team in every school. Our dream is to have robotics in every high school where robotics is as common and celebrated as any sport. I've coached almost 60 seasons of athletics. I know it's not the same, but in a lot of ways it is.
Okay. Could you explain why robotics should be treated the same as athletics at Boca High?
So having coached, I understand there's a difference. And in other ways, there's not. Robotics has the same competitive level, the same teamwork level. Some of the main differences actually are that when you're competing in a sport, those sport-specific skills probably are not going to carry you to your career. I love athletics. Again, I've put a lot of my life into athletics here at Boca High. But the reality when you talk about things like football scholarships as the way to college. Sorry, Coach Sav, no disrespect. Really appreciate your program. You're doing wonderful things. But pretty much that eliminates 50% of the population. I mean, how many WNFL players do you guys know?
Your wife.
Just we also had another one, Natasha Moore, class of 2000, I believe. But yeah, so in robotics, anyone can do it. You don't have to have any physical characteristics. You just gotta love it, I guess.
It's awesome. I really love that. In an interview with the Palm Beach Post, you said that you don't use kids to build robots. You use robots to build kids. What did you mean by that?
So it's a motto within FIRST, which is the organization we compete through. And what they mean is the end goal is not to have an amazing robot. Yeah, our kids do that, and that's wonderful. And it's part of the competition, but the reality is we have the long-term goal that we're not just making a robot, we're making kids and building and growing them up, teaching them skills and teamwork, competitiveness, learning to learn how to find out information and adapt it in new ways. Mm-hmm. And so we're building kids in their communication with each other. When you think about the robotics kids, they're not always the most social. So we're building all kinds of skills, and those skills are skills that maybe would be similar to athletics, but we're just doing it for a different group of kids in a different forum.
Incredible. My final question is, what ignited your love for photography?
So my dad was an auto racing photographer, and I used to go to the races pretty much every Saturday night of my life. Mm-hmm. At 13 years old, he started me shooting, and so I've been a published photographer for 40 years now. And so when I had my son, I've taken him to the races. These photos that you're seeing now are by another student, Cyrus, but my son's passion for photography as well. We shoot NASCAR at Daytona and Homestead, and so he's been a published photographer since he was 10. I did have to learn a lot of things because my background was in action photography, and that's why I come out and shoot some of the sporting events. But in my class, you learn those skills, you learn the studio photography, you learn fun things like light painting. This is one of my son's photos where we take an LED light bar and move it around an image.
I've seen
so
those
cool.
before, yeah.
That's tough. Mm-hmm. All right. Thank you so much for your time. It was really amazing talking to you.
Thank you, and thank you to our faculty, to our staff, to the administration, everyone who's contributed to this. I get to get the big trophy, but we are all winners. Thank you.
Yeah!